I'm about to say something that may completely blow your mind. According to the National Science Foundation, approximately 80% of our thoughts in any given day are negative. 80% of our thoughts are negative. And we have anywhere between 12 to 50,000 thoughts a day. So let's just use the higher number. Let's just say it's 50,000. 80% of 50,000, 40,000. So 40,000 out of the 50,000 that we have are predominantly negative. And so if you're like most people and you tend to think negative, this can impact how you feel, right? Your feelings, your emotions, and it can impact your performance. It can impact your relationships. It can impact how you think about your future. It can impact your career. So if you're like most people and you tend to think negative and most of your thoughts are negative, then think about the impact that that's having on your entire life, and especially on your verbal communication skills, on your speech. So you probably have times where you have something coming up, like a meeting or an interview or a presentation, or it could be something very, very simple. You're going to order food or you got to make a phone call. Whatever it is that you may struggle with or that you may feel anxious about, whatever speaking situation, what will tend to happen is you'll start anticipating it, negatively anticipating. You'll start to worry about it. You'll start to feel anxious about it. You start to feel nervous. And you start thinking about what you don't want to happen. In fact, you might even find yourself saying to yourself, don't do this. Stop doing this. I don't want this to happen. I hope this doesn't happen. So you start thinking even more negatively about that upcoming speaking situation. And what that does is it causes you to feel even more anxious and nervous, so that when you're in that speaking situation, and if you're still thinking about what you don't want to happen, what you want to stop doing, then you're unable to smoothly, clearly, and confidently say what you want to say, right? Your mind gets cloudy and you forget what you want to say. Or you're starting and you're stopping. So your speech might get choppy and it's not very smooth. So you're simply unable to smoothly and clearly say what you want to say. Why? Because of your thinking. Because of your thinking. So what I've done is create what's called a self-talk affirmation toolset. It's a series of sessions that cover specific topics that you and I have to deal with, that we are presented with as we go through our life. And in each of the sessions, I'm going to describe to you how the sessions are structured, generally. In each of the sessions, you're going to find self-talk statements that start with you. So I'll say, you are an excellent speaker. You are prepared. You feel this way, right? So I use you statements. Those statements you simply need to listen to, right? Then there's another set of statements where I use I. And generally speaking, I'm going to leave a space between each of the statements for you to repeat after me. Now, you don't have to repeat. You can just listen. You can repeat verbally, or you can repeat in your head. It's better if you do it verbally. Or you can simply listen. And there'll be approximately 12 statements in each of those sections. So there'll be about 12 you statements and around up to 12 I statements. Sometimes there'll be less. Every now and then there'll be more. Generally speaking, I'll repeat these sessions about 3 times. Sometimes I may do 4. Then there's going to be something called a verbalization session. Now, this will not be present in all of the sessions, but in some it will be. In these verbalization sessions, I will use you, and I'll probably use I as well. And I'll describe these sessions in the past tense as though it's already happened, so that when you're listening to them or when you're repeating it, it's as if you were already successful. So I had a great interview. I spoke well, right? So these are called verbalization sessions. Now, each or all of the sessions won't include a verbalization session. Some will, but some won't. And I'll usually let you know if it includes a verbalization session or not. So in order to get the benefit from this, all you have to do is just press play and listen every single day. Just press play and listen every single day. So this entire process is designed to help you do a few things. Number one, it's designed to help you replace or change the content of your thoughts. What are you thinking? We want to bring that 80% down, right? And we want to increase, we want the number of constructive, positive thoughts that you have, we want that to go up. So as you push the number of positive, constructive, and encouraging statements up, you automatically push or pull the number of negative, destructive statements down because you're replacing the negative with the positive. Does this make sense? So when you press play every single day and you listen to these positive affirmations, you're just automatically reducing the number of negative thoughts that you have, the number of destructive thoughts that you have. So I want to encourage you, stay away from, limit the number of conversations you have with people that are negative, right? Limit the number of negative things that you watch and that you listen to and that you think about, obviously, right? Because if you can do that and you can expand and increase the number of constructive and positive things, that is the content of your thoughts, if you can expand that, it will change your entire life, okay? So we're going to be working on the content, and then we're going to be working on the frequency in which you think those thoughts. We want you to think them more and more and more. And then finally, we'll be working on the intensity in which you think those thoughts. Intensity means emotion. So when you're really excited about something, it imprints that thought faster and deeper. So we want to work on the content of your thoughts, the frequency of those thoughts, and then the intensity of those thoughts. If you do this, I promise you, it will change your entire life. You will feel better. You'll actually be a bit healthier because you'll be less stressed, right? You'll feel better and you'll perform better. You'll perform better. And not just with your speech, but every single area of your life. So all you have to do is enroll, that is subscribe to these self-talk affirmation sessions. And my plan is to release a new one every month. And we'll cover topics like interviewing, self-confidence, self-esteem, presentations, meetings, social conversations, feeling relaxed, feeling good about yourself, right? And I'll also take suggestions from you guys. Now, I won't necessarily be able to cover everything, but absolutely I want to hear from you. Michael, can you do a session on this? And I will consider that, okay? So subscribe, and then just press play and listen every day. My name is Michael Williams. Thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to your comments and to hearing about some of your success stories as you immerse your mind in positive, constructive self-talk and affirmations. We'll see you on the inside.